Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. We do this once a week here on the Cestal channel, here on Kick. Please absolutely follow me if you are enjoying this. Well, if you are the, ones of people that enjoy this, which I am absolutely grateful for. I love any people that listen to me. Normally I talk to myself, but, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the holiday. I hope everybody enjoyed going to see family. I know I did. We went to visit some family over the Thanksgiving holiday. We had a lot of fun. This particular family happens to live like an hour away from Washington, D.C., so we were actually able to go there and spend some time in the capital city as well. We got to see all the monuments. We got to see like a lot of the Smithsonian places. It was really fun. We had a good time. There's National Guard everywhere. There's Capitol Police everywhere. We saw the FBI building. I didn't find out until later because, so the day before we got there, there was a tragic thing that happened in D.C. where a couple of National Guard members were actually fired upon by somebody in D.C. and absolutely fucked that terrorist bastard. All of these National Guardsmen that are protecting our capital city are heroes. Anyway, on a less somber note, the funniest thing that I found out while I was doing tours of D.C. is this Capitol building, this one right here, this one that's right behind me that I have pictured here in the thing. This Capitol building is other than the Washington Monument, the tallest thing in Washington, D.C., this statue that's at the top, her name is Lady Freedom, not to be confused with Lady Liberty, which is the Statue of Liberty in New York, right? She is facing east for two reasons. First of which is because they thought that the sun should never set on the face of freedom, right? So she's facing east, that way the sun always rises on her, which I thought was kind of neat. But also she's facing east because the architect that designed thought that the city would be developed eastward of the building, and he was wrong. The city was actually developed westward of the building, so she's just kind of facing the wrong direction because of that, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. But the funniest thing that I found out was the dome that is at the top of this Capitol building is made mostly of cast iron. And because they want it to always look good, like up on the hill, they don't want any like birds on it or any squirrels or anything like that climbing around or sitting on it and shading and stuff like that. They don't want any of that crap. So because the dome is mostly made out of cast iron, they actually electrify it to kill the fucking pigeons and birds and squirrels and stuff that do end up getting on there. I thought that was absolutely hilarious when the tour guide said that. He said that they electrify it specifically to kill the birds and squirrels. I thought that was so funny. Like I said, there was this terrorist bastard that ended up shooting and actually killing one of the National Guardsmen. As far as I understand it, two National Guardsmen from West Virginia got shot. One of them, the female, I don't know her name. I assume we'll learn. We'll see. The female one ended up succumbing to her injuries and passing away. And then there is a male as well that is still in the hospital, I think. I haven't been keeping up with anything. I have no idea what's been going on. So let's see what's going on. Fox, this is Fox News on YouTube video. This can't go well, which is a vet's chilling warning after an Afghan national's charge. I think I did hear something about the guy that shot the National Guardsman was come out to be like an Afghan national. I don't know. Let's see.
An Afghan national was arrested in Texas just a day before the National Guard shooting in Washington, D.C. DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said the suspect, also reportedly let in under the Biden administration, posted a video of himself on TikTok indicating he was building a bomb with an intended target of the Fort Worth area. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt posting, quote, "The magnitude of the national security crisis Joe Biden unleashed on our country over the span of 4 years cannot be overstated." President.
Okay, so because of the Biden open border policies, they let in a whole bunch of people that hate this freaking country, and apparently a bunch of Afghan nationals. That tells me that they didn't vet anybody that came over here, that they just kind of scooped up a bunch of random people from over there and brought them over, because that would be a very bad idea. Tell me that's not what they did.
Trump has directed his entire team to continue rooting out this evil within our borders.
That seems to be what they did. Okay, great. Jesus
Our next
Christ.
guest is a U.S. Marine veteran who helped lead rescue missions during the Afghanistan withdrawal. Chad Robichaux joins us now. Thank you so much for your service, but also thank you for joining.
A lot of time has passed from between that picture and now. Oh boy.
Joining us this morning on this incredibly important story. You know,
this hero got old.
You did several deployments to Afghanistan. You fought alongside a lot of these Afghanis, and I think you probably supported helping some of them get out of Afghanistan during that disastrous withdrawal. What were the problems you recognized at the time with letting 80,000 Afghani nationals into the United States?
Hold on, what?
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, 80,000 Afghani... Hold on, is that like in total, or...?
I said this on Fox News at that time. I said this in my book that I wrote 4 years ago. When the NGOs were doing the evacuations, we were evacuating people out of Afghanistan, not bringing people to America. In fact, no...
Oh, shit. Oh, this is the fucking crazy Afghanistan withdrawal, where Biden just ordered everything to get up and fucking left in the middle of the night, and they left, like, billions of dollars of military equipment and hardware and stuff. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. And they gave up Bagram Air Base, by the way. God, fuck it. It just pisses me off.
NGO, no individual has the ability and authority to bring someone to America. The only people it does is the United States government. And during the time of evacuations, we were watching the U.S. military, forced by Joe Biden. I have to give credit. Our service members did an amazing job there.
As I understand it, all these people were chasing after them like, please, America, please don't leave. If you leave, they're going to kill us. And by the way, that's what they've been doing. I'm just throwing that out there.
But forced by Biden's White House.
Hamas has been killing their fucking citizens.
Afghans on
ISIS kills their fucking citizens. These people are under the boot of terrorist organizations, and the United States was the only thing over there giving them any kind of peace.
Planes and fly them straight to the United States and let them loose in the interior of the country. 80 to 100,000 of them. And when that happened, I knew immediately, I mean, it can't go well. Eventually, one of them has to be a bad guy and is going to do an attack on the United States, and this would happen. I mean, that is one scenario. We also have...
I mean, you hate to see it, right? Because, on the one hand, you want to help the civilians. You want to help the people that you know aren't, doing anything wrong. They're just over there. They're just trying to live their lives, and they're being oppressed, and, it's absolutely not their fault. On the one hand, you want to help those guys. But on the other hand, you can't really be sure whether or not they are just an innocent civilian or if they are a member of a terrorist organization that hates America that is trying to infiltrate the United States, because they will hide behind women and children. They will use them to their advantage, and they will tug at your heartstrings because they know that America normally has a soft spot. American soldiers have a soft spot for children, so they'll strap bombs to children's chests, right, and send them out because they know that American soldiers will want to help the child and get close, right? So that's the kind of evil that we're dealing with. They're not above dressing up as a civilian, sneaking into the country, and then attacking us here stateside, right, which seems to be what they've been doing with this attack in D.C. and apparently this attack in Texas as well, or at least this attempted attack in Texas, which is fucking absolutely awesome for them being able to take that dude out.
Have the border that was open every single day. Now, our country is it has been just overrun by we don't know who. Right. And this should be no surprise to anyone.
Well, one of the points, important points that I think that you have made is the fact that, so some of these guys were vetted, but they were vetted to become contract workers for the CIA, not vetted to come and live in suburban America.
Yeah, look. I worked in the special operations community for 14 years. When I was in Afghanistan, I was a DoD contractor on a JSOC task force, and we had CIA trained Afghans working with us. We had JSOC trained Afghans working with us. We vetted them to work for us as combatants. And there's a big difference when the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right.
They're great to work and it doesn't mean they wouldn't eventually be a good American, but the criteria of them working as a combatant doesn't qualify them to integrate in our society. There's a separate process for that, and that's the State Department's responsibility.
It's true. I mean, you have to, so like, in order for them to be on your side for a combatant, assumedly, the only thing that would be required is that you have a shared end goal, which in this case is the destroying of the terrorist regimes that are over there, oppressing the civilians and instituting some sort of assumedly democratic system of capitalism, right? That would assumedly be the ultimate goal. Where was I going with this? Right. So that would be the ultimate goal for them, which would make them totally fine to be allies with the United States in this combatant role. But if you're going to be an American civilian, assumedly there would also be some sort of ideology that you would need to be conforming to in order to live in the United States. For example, you can't marry kids, which a lot of people over there are completely fine with. You can't beat your wife, which is also completely fine over there. Wipe your fucking ass with toilet paper. You know what I mean? So people are allowed to do whatever they want, and there's not really much that you can say about it, right? So there's a lot of things that would be required for them to be able to be American citizens, like, proper, but not necessarily, that doesn't necessarily mean that those things would also be required if they're going to be in a combatant role, right? So
responsibility to do that. That's why when we got people like my interpreter Aziz out of Afghanistan, he had to go to UAE and wait 9 months for the State Department to do their due diligence process to make sure they were safe to come to America. And Aziz is my friend; he's here.
Yeah, you raise a really important point, because even if they were good, loyal friends and soldiers there, the cultural differences are extraordinary. And you have two problems. One is the fact that maybe they have, prior ideations about America. But the other thing is just the cultural shock of coming here. We don't know, maybe coming here and the duress of being here for years, feeling out of place, the cultural shock could also turn somebody against the United States.
Well, I mean, look, not a lot of people are saying this, and it can't be overlooked. If you're an Afghan and you gave 10 years of your life to fight alongside the Americans, and now the rug was pulled out underneath you, we abandoned our allies there. We left the most strategic place in the globe, Afghanistan.
Yeah, we absolutely fucking abandoned people there, like 1,000%. There was a lot of people over there, like, okay, so we were over there fighting terrorists, but there was a lot of people from there that were helping us too, right, that didn't come back. So those guys are in a whole lot of danger, and I would be surprised if they were still alive at this point,
Afghanistan, between Iraq, Iran, Russia, and China, for the Taliban to take over their women, their children.
And by the way, the Taliban took over in like a week. For real. It did not take long at all.
And so maybe, and I'm certainly not giving an excuse for an Afghan that's here in America, but maybe they're here, they feel so betrayed by what the Biden administration did. They're back here driving an Uber because that's the only job they could get. Meanwhile, their mom and their sister's back getting raped every day by the Taliban. Right. I mean, the Biden administration,
I mean, if you're just going to say it, damn. All right.
Administration set up a very good scenario to be hated by these people.
Exactly.
And it's certainly an excuse, but it's a reality that we have to recognize.
Yeah, without a doubt. It is not any excuse whatsoever, but it does remind us all that these were all stupid mistakes that could have been foreseen and avoided. If they had listened to people like you. So we appreciate that. Chad Robichaux, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you again for your service.
And Die Hard is a Christmas movie, by the way.
Thank you. We agree. I'm Steve Doocy.
Okay, well, first of all, Die Hard, listen, it takes place during Christmas, but it's not about Christmas, really. So, anyway... If you're on YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/Cestal_G2D. Just a happy coincidence, really. I didn't change that. I could have. I could have done that, and I could have changed it once it gave it to me. But it was randomly generated, and I don't care. If you're tired of YouTube, you can definitely go to Rumble and subscribe to me at Rumble/Cestal. You can follow me on X. I make based opinions, and I am a fun guy to hang out with. You can follow me there at real_Cestal. I am everywhere, baby. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy the time. I will see you guys next week. Bye.